Oh,
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Porch 321. My name is Cheri Darmanine, and I'm here with Sylvia Ford, Linda Hollington. We are associates with Coldwell Banker, and we thought we would come on this morning and talk to you a little bit about this government shutdown. Nothing to panic about, folks. Everybody is aware that Congress failed to approve a funding program through the government, so it resulted in a pause or a shutdown. But what does that mean to real estate? Well, it depends on how you look at it. I personally don't think it means a whole lot, but a lot of people out there are panicking. So we thought we'd just cover some of these topics and put your mind at ease, let's say. So, the one of the companies that is, or one of the departments that are being affected is the Environmental Protection Agency, correct, Sylvia?
All right, Cheri. And they do have a shutdown plan where most of the employees are furloughed. So they do various regulatory programs. And that is one thing to keep in mind. Lead base is one of them, the 404 program. And as I said, enforcement of lead base. So if you, for instance, do a lead based paint test and it comes up positive, then you're probably going to have a slowdown and you won't be able to get the process, hurried through as quickly as we would like. But that's about it as far as for the EPA and your home. Let me just make sure I have it. Oh, wetlands determination. Now that's something as well. So keep an eye out and ask your realtor or ask your loan officer. And now with HUD programs, that's another one. And Linda, you were going to speak about the HUD program.
yeah. They have a contingency plan that keeps many of the housing programs going. They keep them alive. Sometime at a reduced capacity, which could mean time lapses possible, while others face, more disruption. Also the FHA, but they have said they're going to and continue to endorse mortgage loans with the exception of a few things. So, we just want you to be aware if you're working through HUD programs, check into where you are on it, what you can expect, rather than worry about it, because they do have the contingency plan.
Mhm.
And there's vouchers even for assistance in some cases. And now, Cheri, off to you. How about the government-sponsored enterprises?
Well, there's obviously there's several layers of government enterprises or office that will be affected. One of them is proof of flood insurance. That department will be affected. Both Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae, um, as far as copies of both of the flood insurance application as well as any type of settlement check. That's not going to be processed as streamlined as has been prior. So that's going to be a little bit of a hiccup. Verification of Social Security numbers. Sometimes Social Security numbers are disputed and must be verified. Obviously, that's a government backed program, so you can expect delays there. Remember that a lot of these programs and a lot of these departments, there's people there, but it's not fully staffed. And in most cases, nobody's there to handle the paperwork. So it's almost like a ghost town. So your paperwork gets funneled through and goes in this giant bin and it's going to sit there and wait until somebody can come back and process it. So you've got to have some patience. And the same with tax transcripts. Your 4506s that people sign to get the verification of their tax returns, there you go. That's going to stop too. So that's going to mainly affect commercial because commercial loans definitely have to complete a 4506 for verification. So, your commercial properties, that might be affected more so than residential. But Internal Revenue Service, that is affected. That is affected also. So our Internal Revenue Service is taking a nap temporarily. So that's kind of helpful, I guess, in some cases for some people. But yeah, but roughly 12% of the people that were required to report to work can only open mail. Okay, so there you go. And how many people are in the United States? That's a lot of mail.
It sure is. The National Flood Insurance Program is will not be doing any renewals or new policies or anything like that, but you don't have to worry about policies that you own now. They'll be just fine. So they'll run along till they can come back and do, because they require a an authority approval, which that's what they're saying. They're going to have a lapse up to
So you
approve
could
these. So
get-
you can apply, but you
Okay.
may not get the approval because of this, is what they're saying.
So you could apply with a private insurance company?
Yes, absolutely. You
All
can
right.
go with the private. And they would be happy to have you, I'm sure.
Yes, oh yes, I know some
Yes.
kicked me out. I
And
got
rural housing programs. I think we skipped you last time,
yeah,
Sylvia.
no,
So
I've got that. I've got your rural housing, and they will not have new direct loans or guaranteed loans, and scheduled direct loan closings won't take place. So that's a little dicey. You're going to have to talk to your lenders. Some of them.
your mic went off, Sylvia. I can't hear you.
So sorry. So you got to be careful with the rule. I don't know when I lost you, got cut out, but some of the your loan, if the actual loan company will cover the loan, then it can go through, but it's at the lender's risk. So you've got to check with them and see if they will be able to cover it, or else you're going to have a delay with the rural housing programs. Okay.
And yeah, the USDA is a government-backed program. So because it's a government-backed program, that's why it's affected. It would be mainly effective to agriculture. So if somebody was buying farmland, things like that, the USDA would be effective to them because of that government back.
All right. Veterans, what's going on in the world of veterans?
How about Cheri for that one?
Well, the Veteran Affairs Department will continue to guarantee home loans during a government shutdown, and lenders may keep processing applications. However, some VA staff and support functions may be reduced, which is what I had said earlier, is that, there's a few people in these departments that are there primarily just to make sure the lights are on. But as far as people really working, that's where the slowdown is going to be. So with Veterans Affairs, unfortunately, that is one area that will be affected in the lending process. So Small Business Administration, the SBA, again, that goes back to your commercial. So your small business loans and that are backed by the SBA, that's going to be an issue as well. But again, this is lending requirements and lending processes. So it may not necessarily be affected if you have alternative financing. And the visa programs, programs are going to be an issue also with the immigration. Although the EB-5 Immigration Investors program receives government funding, but the current operations are funded and authorized through September of 27. So due to its reliance on some independent funding sources, the EB-5 Immigration Investor Regional Center program will continue to operate. So because of its backing and the way in the way that particular department is funded and processed, it will continue to go.
And Sylvia, you want to tell us about the shutdown survey?
Yeah, but did you cover the small business?
Yes, I did. I did cover that. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, they did a survey, folks, the last time we had a government shutdown with realtors, NAR, National Association of Realtors. And in all honesty, 75%, there was no effect whatsoever. And then 11% said possible, a little affecting current clients, and possibly 11% said a little affecting potential clients. So let's not get our panties in a twist, and let's just go forth. If you're in the process, great. Buy that home and get that home sold. Don't let this deter you from moving forward. Always move forward. And I've got my crystal pumpkin here. Cheri, you were placing bets how long this would last.
Yes, I did. I still think we're in it for at least another week. I mean,
Yep.
but that I don't have a crystal pumpkin, but that's just my guess.
My crystal pumpkin is all fogged up again. So, Linda, what do you suggest? What's your thoughts?
Patience
Yeah.
and be diligent.
Due diligence.
We were just here today to let you know if you are selling or buying at this particular time, there's a few things that could be possibly a deterrent or worrisome at the most to this. And if you heard anything here, check with your whoever's taking action on these things. See if there's any problems. There may not be anything at all to worry about.
Yeah, keep in close contact with your title company and your lender, because obviously they're going to let you know if there's any challenges or hiccups. But understand it does not make real estate stop. There's too many other avenues in which to finance or to get insurance or whatever the program might be. There's so many alternatives out there that it's not going to stop you from getting a loan. It's not going to stop you from buying a house. So that needs to be, you're just need to be patient, like Linda said, and don't worry about, some of the logistics, because it may not affect you at all.
Right.
It seems that for us. It seems like one more thing. It seems like gloom and doom is shared more than hopefulness in things. So right now, all the negative you're going to hear, and what Cheri's saying, things go on, and they always have. So we just wanted you to have the option to contact somebody rather than worry about it, and you may find out everything's fine. And that's what we're hoping for. That's right.
Yeah.
So,
sorry to interrupt you, Sylvia.
That's all right, but that's it for us on the porch. 3, 2, 1. Happy autumn, everyone. We'll see you next month. Bye-bye now.
Bye.